gentlemen, welcome to TLC, the pay-per-view. Of course, the new Federation SSWE. We are here tonight in St. Petersburg, Florida, for some reason. I don't know why we're in Florida, but let's just pretend we're in Los Angeles, California. We got a lot of matches tonight. I mean, my God. First, we'll start off with a heated rivalry, a TLC tag match. It says TLC tag, but for some reason it's a tornado match. So we have the Doom Brothers versus the Essentials. The Doom Brothers aren't in their attire because, again, like I said, if I change their attire for some reason, it stops it from being a rivalry match. It's kind of stupid. But the Essentials and the Doom Brothers have been having some beef recently, and they might settle it here tonight at TLC. The Doom Brothers, of course, are kings of hardcore. They do have the advantage here because TLC is the closest thing to a hardcore match, more so than a normal match. So this will be very interesting. Excuse me.
They're here.
Oh my God, the Doom Brothers are in the building tonight.
The following contest is a tag team tables, ladders, and chairs match. And at a combined weight of 302 pounds, the Doom Brigade. We're looking at some of the most intense
now Boogie
in all of WWE.
Seems kind of discouraged. He lost against his opponent the other night on the SSWE channel. He he actually lost against Watchman, who is one of the teams he's fighting.
This is gonna be good.
But hopefully, for the sake of the Doom Brothers, they can get the win tonight. Otherwise, the Essentials have it in the bag, ending this rivalry. Or the Doom Brothers can end it on a high note. We don't know what the Hero's up to. Also, the other Essentials are not on the roster. The Watchman, Sonar Star, and Hero are the only three members that are officially on the roster. The other characters might make sporadic appearances nonetheless.
And at a combined weight of 494 pounds, the Syndicate. Ever since I took my spot,
my God, both of these men look ready. Oh man. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I made a mess real quick. Hold on. Okay. I will fix it later, ladies and gentlemen, but of course these are the Essentials, heroes of the universe. The World Conquerors have been making a name for themselves. Dr. Chaos being the leader. Dr. Chaos wants to rebuild the villains, and they may come after the Essentials tonight. Who knows what will happen. Okay, this is not a tag match, this is a tornado match. Alright, this is a TLC match, of course, in lieu of TLC pay-per-view. Oh my goodness. Now Watchman's already getting a weapon here. What on earth was that? Nixon did an insane flat backflip. Somehow missed. Oh my... What is that? What is Watchman setting up here? Boogie respectfully. Oh my gosh. Oh my what is what? Oh my gosh, this ladder's already a weapon in the first few seconds of the match. Boogie just dead, and Watchman's watching his lifeless body here. Nixon's gonna help his brother, I think. I think he wanted to go for a weapon, but the ladder's blocking the apron. Ooh, that slide of Watchman, that was cool. I don't know who to look at though. Oh my gosh. Watchman seems angry at Boogie for some reason, even though Watchman got the win over him on the SSWE. Sonar Star, a brutal move. Nixon's getting destroyed here. I think Watchman's saying that the ladder glitched a lot because I think they're trying to get weapons, but they can't. What is Sonar Star doing now? The Sonar Star's back in the ring here. Uh-oh, Watchman. Wait, Nixon has a table now. What is going on here? Sonar Star's getting another table. I mean, another ladder. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, Boogie just narrowly avoided a table shot. Boogie's getting a weapon now. Oh my god. There's so many ladders. Ladder versus ladder, and Boogie takes out Watchman.
He climbs into the ring.
Uh-oh. I don't know what is happening here. There's so much going on right now. What is Sonar Star doing? The poor Nixon. Uh-oh, Alex. Boogie's staying at the table here. This could be his downfall, but Boogie got out of it.
He's in a precarious situation.
Oh my lord. A body slam of the century. Sonar Star's going in on Nixon right now. While Watchman strategically moves the table, Alex allowing him to move the table. Sonar Star's going for submission, but this is a TLC match. I believe they have to grab whatever object it is. The Money in the Bank briefcase, but this is not a Money in the Bank match. Rest assured. Oh my gosh. Sonar Star just ran into the ring. Oh my lord. Boogie's shoulders must be hurting right now. Now this table in the corner is dangerous here. Nixon is going to do an insane... I don't even know what that is. He did it on the ladder. Sonar Star's head is aching. Oh! Sonar Star catching the leg of Nixie C. Dropping Nixie C with the leg drop while standing. Phenomenal. Phenomenal move right there. This is a bloodbath. Boogie catching a bunch of Watchmen, but Watchmen quickly countering. It's not an easy thing to do. Sonar Star's getting a ladder now, which of course is needed to win the match. And the table's still there in the corner, a very dangerous spot here. Sonar Star is going up now. I don't think anyone realized. Boogie quickly catching on here. Sonar Star's going for the brief. I wish we didn't see the mini game. I'm sure there's a way to turn that off because it'd be more suspenseful. Nixon just hit. What? Nixon just hit Watchman with a tombstone on a table. How was that even? Oh, Boogie just ruined Nixie C's move. Why did he do that to his brother? But Boogie quickly getting a suplex on Watchman here. Oh! Sonar starts his sonar arm trying to punch the ladder out of existence. Nixie C's just watching in the corner. Uh-oh, both heroes are on the top here. Oh my lord. That could have been a good strategy. But now Boogie caught on pretty quickly here. Uh-oh. Boogie is now alone with the two essentials. And now his rival Watchman and Sonar Star are gonna give Boogie everything that they have in their arsenal. Oh my lord. Nixie C! A pedigree on Watchman! Seemingly out of nowhere. What is Nixon doing? The height of this lad. They need to go for the ladder, but for some reason trying to hit the nail in the coffin, I believe. Sonar Star's going to the top rope here. I mean, top of the ladder. Sonar Star's the one that's going for the briefcase here. My God, he sucks at this. Sonar Star sucks at this game. Oh, Boogie C's catching on here. Can Boogie get Sonar Star off of the ladder? That remains to be seen. Nixie C does have Watchman ringside distracted. Oh! Boogie just made Sonar Star bleed. What a madman. And Sonar Star is down. Now Boogie's going to try to go for a win. He is very good at this, at unhooking the suitcase. Nixie C needs to get Watchman out of there. Oh! Nixie C, the Doom Brothers might get the win here. Can Boogie get the briefcase in time? Oh my God, there's one more left. He got it! Look, he won for the Doom Brothers! What a lad! I'm so glad that match wasn't an hour long. I was really worried. Of course, we saw that tombstone that went through the table. I'm really glad that did not last way too long like TLC matches usually do. The Doom Brothers closing out this with the win here. Closing out this rivalry with a win here. My God. That was a very nice match. That was actually a really good match. I'm so glad that didn't drag on for as long as these matches usually do. And now we have Jesse and Heisenberg, the final match between these two. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to be friends after this. I don't know if one's going to kill one another. I don't know if this is going to go until they die. I don't know what this is, but this is a match between Jesse and Heisenberg. Now, unfortunately, again, I couldn't change the match type because when you do, it stops it from being a rivalry match for some reason. But here we go. We got Jesse, who always seems irritated when he walks out. Nonchalant at its finest.
One fall, making his way to the ring from Albuquerque, New Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, the Captain, Cook, Jesse. Looking out at the count.
Jesse has been tormenting Heisenberg recently, been interfering in his matches, and also Jesse has beaten Heisenberg in the first blood match. So this is definitely going to be interesting for them to have a legitimate match for the last time. Who knows if Gus will come out. If he does, then this proves that there will be a tag team match. But Heisenberg has no friends. So maybe a handicap match will do. Wow, look at the shadows there. There's 4 of him. There's 5 of him in total in the ring. That's terrifying. And Jesse, I don't know why he's so angry. He walks out knowing there's a crowd out here. Why is he so irritated? Oh my God.
And his opponent from Albuquerque, New Mexico, weighing in at 181 pounds, Walter White. The feeling, the electricity.
Both men are within the same weight classes.
I've ever felt in quite some time.
Oh my God.
This match is gonna be good.
Heisenberg seems ready, even though he has been defeated by Jesse, but maybe Heisenberg's confidence will let him come out on top. Heisenberg I don't even know how he's fighting tonight. He just came off of an insane 5-star match against Patrick to close out the night of the Meme Federation before the TLC. So I don't even know how he's still standing. Heisenberg definitely is a very great worker. We are very grateful to have him. Can he win tonight's match, or will Jesse shoot up to the stars? by defeating his former teacher. Eisenberg wanting the crowd behind him. What a lad. And he is now in the ring with his bloodthirsty rival in a normal match. Pinfall submission. Not a first blood. This is a normal match now. My lord. I didn't even know Jesse can lift that. Heisenberg, strategic here. Oh my lord. Oh! Heisenberg blocked the attack from Jesse. Oh, he's going for... I thought he was going for a pin there. That must have hurt his ankles. I mean, my lord. Squats on this lad. Again! Heisenberg's making short work of Jesse here. Jesse finally realizing he's just spamming. But what on earth? Both men are backflipping. Oh, he likes Jesse's cut here. Oh my gosh, disrespecting Jesse. A slap to the face. Oh my goodness.
Sharp elbows to the body, looking to fight his way out.
Oh my lord. Both men, the anger behind their attacks here. What is Heisenberg planning to do? My god.
He's taking some good hits.
Taking Jesse's head off.
So ruthless. These consecutive attacks have him reeling. In this situation, he has to get resourceful.
Now Heisenberg, my mistake.
What's coming next? Up and around.
Oh, what is... I thought... What was... I don't know what that was. I thought Jesse was doing a submission hold or something. Oh, speaking of submission hold, Heisenberg very quick to get it locked in on Jesse here.
Just slipped underneath, and just
Jesse
like that, he's out of the hole.
getting out of it. Jesse the Cook. Ooh. Oh my. What is going on? These brutal attacks
And he's just flaunting his skills.
by Jesse.
Training, strategizing, and execution. It's all
Oh
coming
my
together.
lord, what is Heisenberg?
Is it enough?
What even was that? He's going for a pin.
Launches a shoulder up in time.
Almost an easy win for Heisenberg there. Even Heisenberg seems annoyed. Oh! Jesse might have barely dodged a match-ending move right there. Oh my goodness, a suplex. No! A second German suplex. No, wait. A third suplex. What on earth? What is this man on? Uh-oh. Heisenberg gets out. Also dodging one of Jesse's moves here. Oh my lord. Jesse throwing Heisenberg around. Jesse, the strength. What is he doing on the top rope now? Oh, he's letting Walt up. What is this? Oh my lord. I don't even know what that was. A diving tackle from the top rope. Throwing Walt around. Going for a pin here. Almost got the effortless win there. Both men giving each other their all in this match tonight. What is going on here? Oh my gosh, he has Heisenberg in that hold here, away from the ropes. Can he get out of this? Oh my lord, I think the ref called for the bell. I was like, wow, that was really fast. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. A brutal match here. My god. At this point, I feel bad for both men. Both former friends. When they're in the business, they did so well together, but something went wrong, and now this. Ever since Heisenberg came out of hiding, I guess, he's been getting attacked. And I think he came back with this persona to burn bridges. And once he burns those bridges, he will move on to bigger things. What is going on here? Oh my god, that might be the match ender right there. That has to be the match ender. Oh my lord, Walter's resiliency is unmatched. Oh, well, that's not true. Patrick Starr kicked out of a lot, but still, he is insane in the ring here. Wow, Heisenberg, the anger and those chokeouts. Oh my god. He just hit a double-handed choke slam. Oh my lord. The dominant pose on top of Jesse for that pinfall. Oh! Uh-oh, what's going on here? Oh, this might be it for Jesse here. Heisenberg has been wearing Jesse down. No way out. Oh my lord. How did Jesse withstand that pain for that long? This man is a legend. What is Jesse doing? What is he setting up here? Oh my. Nowhere to go. Striking Heisenberg against the... What is this? What is that? The most powerful knee of all time. It sent Heisenberg flying, and now they're outside of the ring. Oh my goodness. Deadlifting powerbomb. Oh my gosh, he's up against the announcers. Okay, never mind. But still, that's insane. Oof.
Attacking the body. Headlock applied.
My god.
Without regard. Returning to the ring now. The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Just taunting in the ring now.
The rack attack coming.
Oh my lord. That could put away the win. Jesse closes this out with a win. What a madman.
This superstar picks up a huge victory here tonight. Much deserved.
Of course, Jesse's fired up.
Yeah, but I don't think his opponent is happy about losing here. I mean, he's got to be humiliated and embarrassed.
Heisenberg seems disappointed.
He thought he was going to win
At this
match.
point, I don't really blame him. I mean, Jesse seems to always beat Heisenberg when it really mattered. My god. Ladies and gentlemen, this is main event caliber match, but of course, the main event is the undisputed title. So, we have a Dimension Tag Team, I didn't even say that, Tag Team, Meme Federation Tag Team Championship match. The Mutants, Brucey, and Biggie versus the two versus EDP and Speedy. Will EDP and Speedy finally be dethroned tonight? Mother of God, I hope so. If not, I don't even know what to do anymore. This is for the championship. Both teams have a win over each other ever since this rivalry started. So, I mean, anything can happen. They're both equal here. Maybe that's good for them. Maybe they won't be overconfident like the Awesomes were.
They are ready for battle.
The Mutants are here tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the Continental All-Star Action Championship. Introducing the challengers. At a combined weight of 700 pounds, the Monsters.
It's a big-time opportunity.
These two lads, they have a good chance, but whenever the tubers defend their title, I don't know if they're on some sort of substance, but they're on a whole new level. But Brucey and Biggie have been improving ever since their first match. So maybe they can improve enough to win. Hopefully. Please.
And introducing the champions, at a combined weight of 528 pounds, they are the Continental All-Star Action Champions, the Social Outcasts.
Here we go, gentlemen.
Now they seem ready, ladies and gentlemen. They seem more ready than ever. At this point, can you blame them? They are on an insane tag team streak. What is this? What am I looking at, ladies and gentlemen? Please tell me. Yeah, I mean, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Will they lose tonight? Dear God. And just like that, it is on the line.
Here we go, gentlemen. The tag team titles are
My Lord.
final preparations between
This is gonna be very interesting here. The gold is on the line. Or whatever color that is.
So here we go. The champ set to defend
Now
their
this
tag
is where it all
titles.
matters.
No one can doubt
Doesn't
the
matter what
chemistry that
happened
the champions
before.
have.
This moment for both teams is what matters the most here.
having that chemistry.
Brucey is a very
strategic
strategic opponent here. Already tagging in Biggie. This could be a smart move.
Turning the tables there.
My God.
For the counter of their own.
Ooh. Ooh. Speedy could not block a second powerful strike from Biggie here. Even the ref is dumbfounded. What is going on here? Oh my Lord. How does it not break your arms? Tagging in Brucey here. Alright, interesting. Maybe they don't want to have each other wear down too much. So maybe this is a smart strategy. Speedy getting out of a... Brucey was going to set something up there. Oh my gosh, Speedy pulling out a face buster.
There's the tag.
And now here comes EDP. The man who does it all. Oof. Oh! Oh! Brucey could not block! I think he didn't expect a third hit. Uh-oh, what is EDP doing to poor Brucey? Oh my Lord, he's doing it right in front of Biggie as well.
I think you're right.
My God. The ring shake. Biggie, he literally could have just tapped himself in. Brucey's not going to let EDP get away with this. Brucey does not want to tag in his... I lied. Why do I even say anything? Biggie and EDP are insane rivals. They are powerhouses. They are beasts in the ring. Oh my Lord, what am I looking at here? He's gonna take EDP's shoes off. Why are you wearing white shoes in a fight? It doesn't seem smart, but whatever. It's EDP, who cares? EDP! Catapult kick. I don't know, I just made that up. My God, EDP tagging in Speedy here. Speedy and Biggie here. Interesting matchup. Carrying Speedy like a child. Look at this. Throwing him like a child as well. Now, I'm not saying you should throw your child like that. I'm just saying it's just a metaphor. I don't know. Oh, Biggie tried to put him in the danger zone, but I think he glitched out. And now Biggie is ironically in the corner of his teammate. Oh! Uh-oh. Biggie, luckily there's a invisible wall in front of him. Oh! Another face buster. Speedy is giving his enemies concussions. But Biggie's now going to drag him. I don't know if that's the smartest move. He should have just thrown him to the corner. I can see what they're setting up. Oh, a drop kick to the face. Biggie not even phased. What is Biggie doing here? What am I looking? Oh my gosh, he's trapped. He's trapped and he's breaking his ribs. Oh my lord. What an insane amount of moves that was at once. Oh, and he's just throwing him around. What is he doing? Oh, that was brutal. Choking Speedy on the ropes itself. Oh, Speedy catching a brutal punch from Biggie here. Going for the pin. Kicks out. All these men's names are really similar. EDP, Speedy, Big E, Brucey. It's hard to keep up sometimes. Oh, the kick. Oh, the kick. But Brucey somehow managed. Oh! Throwing him at. Oh, Biggie tried to do something there, but the ref was looking. Oh my goodness. What on earth, Brucey? Where does he get the strength from? Ooh. A punch to the face. Oh my lord, an elbow to the face. What is Speedy doing here? Oh my gosh, that's where the sun don't shine, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Bruce isn't seeing the sun after that. He's seeing stars, brother. He's seeing darkness, my brother. Oh, what on earth was that? Both men countering each other's blows here. What is going on? I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how to keep up with this. EDP trying to get Brucey down. Brucey is not letting himself fall until now. That final axe handle put him away. What is EDP doing? Oh! Brucey with the running clothesline. Or was that a lariat? I don't know. Just like that, Biggie is now in the ring. A well-rested, fresh, hot off the presses. That's a pretty good, quote. Ooh. Oh my goodness, a suplex. And the clothesline that ends his opponent going for a pin. Oh my god. They almost won super easily. Jesus. Oh! Big! Oh my lord, EDP using the unbalancing the move here. Oof. Now EDP's gonna do the same to Brucey to get Biggie off his feet here. Oh no, EDP's bringing Biggie to the danger zone. They got the tag here, but they're both setting up. What am I looking at? Oh my goodness. Surprised he didn't chop Biggie's arm in half. Wow. Speedy crossbody on the ropes. Tagging in EDP already. What is going on here? Uh-oh. EDP's setting up for Biggie here. Oh. Biggie gets out of it. Good for him. Good for him. What on earth? Oh, Biggie using his weight to awkwardly outweigh EDP in that hold. Uh-oh. The submission king. The submission king. He has him in his hold. But unfortunately, Speedy gets him out. He's going for a pin. Speedy isn't in the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care if EDP's hands are on the ropes. We have new tag team champions. Finally. Oh my god.
And the new Continental All-Star Faction champions, the Monsters.
Oh my God! Finally, the YouTubers are dethroned. Duh. Oh my God! I used to dream for times like this. Oh my God! The two blood brothers, they're not really brothers, finally get the gold. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. That worked out perfectly. The mutants beat the tubers, and we finally have new tag team champs. Now we have two bitter enemies, Sting and the Voice for the Universal title. The Voice stole the Universal title from the Ultra War Ender, and Sting seems to want the title back on his waist because Sting could not hold up against the Big Poe in their Hell in a Cell match, and Sting is willing to go for the Universal title.
One fall, and is for the WWE Universal Championship.
Here he comes.
Oh my God, the Icon. He is here. He seems ready, energetic. Oh no, is the announcer not going to do his job? Or is he going to do it in the ring? I hope he does it in the ring. Sting seems ready. He doesn't even seem worried. Even though he lost against the Voice on the SSWE, I believe Sting can win when it matters the most. And this is one of those times. If he loses, this is not good for him. But if he wins, he will definitely give a great reign. Oh wow, just like that. That's it. Okay. Fair enough. What on earth? This is a different Voice. I think the title gives him, like we saw in the past, the Voice's lantern gives him his energy and power, but I think the title gives him power. Maybe that's why the Voice has been going for the title for so long, and now that he has it, he just wears it, and he has these powers, these supernatural powers. This is the most energetic we've ever seen the Voice, ever. Normally he's slow and menacing, but look at him. The Voice, former leader of the followers of the Voice here, used to have an insane dominant run, but fell apart from the moment Sting lost his title to the Big Poe in a Money in the Bank. Sting blamed the Voice for not sending out any of the followers to save him from losing his title against the Big Poe, and that pretty much made a domino effect, affecting followers of the Voice, eventually falling apart.
Introducing the challenger from Venice Beach, California, weighing in at 247 pounds, the Icon, the Scorpion.
Here he is.
And introducing the champion from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 239 pounds. He is the WWE Universal Champion, the Voice.
The Voice plans to keep the gold. He seems very powerful with it on.
The championship,
and the champ is staring
The Voice
right back at the
seems
opposition.
a little. The Voice has had some big wins. I think he won against the Big Poe at one point. Or maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. Point is, the Voice always seems to get wins against huge opponents when it matters the most.
big title match
The
here.
bell has been rung, ladies and gentlemen. Already putting it away with the double-handed chokeslam.
Declaration, Byron, but given the competitors vying for the title tonight, I'd be
The
inclined
Voice
to agree.
is very strong, tossing Sting around like nothing. But Sting is very strategic. countering the Voice's attack. Oh my gosh. Oh, and the Voice kicks the flexibility. Both men chops, but Sting, of course, is also very strong. What is this? Just choking the Voice out here. Is he gonna hit this splash already? Oh my lord, he's going for a pin. That was almost a quick win for Sting. 2 seconds shy of the win. Oof. Oh my gosh, the Voice headbutt with the mask. My god. Oh, he's going to the top rope now. What is he planning? Oh my goodness. A brutal display of power. Sting! What? Oh my gosh. Using the Voice as a gym membership. Oh my lord. Sting might put this away. We almost had a new Universal Champion right there, gents. Sting. Oh my god! Do we have a new champion? Oh my god, that was so close. The referee practically touched the Voice's boots. Sting wants to put this away fast. I mean, my god, he's already pulling out every move. Oh. Oh, Sting. The Voice. The Voice already made the Sting bleed. Why did I say the Sting? I don't know. Oh my god, the Voice wants to tear Sting's head off. Can he get this win here?
Got him set up in the corner of the ring.
Throwing him in the corner here. Oh my gosh. But the Voice gets out. That punch. Oh, never mind. Sting just carrying the Voice around with the Voice using the balance, the awkward balance to break Sting's back. Oh! Body power slam. Oh, but Sting delivers with one of his own. Oh my god. Both men might be closer than I thought it'd be. Going for a pin. The Voice kicks out here. Can he do this properly? Oof. Uh-oh, Sting's going to the top. Oh! A dive seemingly failed. Uh-oh. The body splash that has put multiple men away. Oh my god. That was champion almost retained. My lord. Uh-oh, the Voice. But Sting gets out of whatever the Voice is planning. Sting with the tombstone pile driver.
To creep into your head. You have come too far.
Sting was impressed by that move. Ooh. The Voice absorbed the punch, but now Sting counters. Sting looks a little... Uh-oh. This might be it for the Voice. I think he's too close to the ropes, though. Oh. He can grab the rope. Oh, my lord. The Voice was literally about to tap out there. Sting wants to get this over with, but the Voice is in the corner. Making it very easy for the Voice to grab the ropes. Oh my god. Tripping Sting. What is this? Wow. Oh my lord. Sting has an answer for everything. There's no way he can reach this. What is this man doing? What is this madman doing? Oh my gosh, a clothesline from heaven.
This has just been an absolute massacre.
Ooh! The Voice landing on his feet and using Sting as a as a, I don't even know, a weightlifter. Oh my goodness, a body slam, an elbow. Both men are giving it all they have. And we can win this. Oh my god. But that Sting gets out of it. Sting gets out of the Voice's signature move.
Look at the squeeze. It's on like a vice grip. Oh, that just looks
What am
nasty.
I looking at? He's gonna kill Sting. That's scary. Oh, the Voice is dragging the Sting around. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that might be it. Retaining champion. Sting is right next to the ropes. The Voice got a little too eager there. That shows that the Voice is getting a bit shaken up right now. Uh-oh. Sting gets out of it. Oh! The punch to the face. Oh! That has to be it. Do we have a new champion? Oh my god, we have a new Universal Champion, ladies and gentlemen.
These guys were awesome. Let's take another look.
Sting has beaten an old foe and took his title away.
Here is your
My
winner
god.
and new WWE Universal Champion, the Icon, the Scorpion.
What a shift into the
You
tides with this
cannot
championship
say
match.
that was not a
Tonight
good
is
effort
definitely
from
a night
both
to celebrate,
sides.
but let's not lose sight of the fact they have a long
My
road
god,
ahead of them
Sting
now.
with the
At least if
title,
they're lucky.
winning it from the Voice, rightfully so.
We've got a new champion.
Good job, Sting. What does this mean for the Voice? We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen to the Voice here. But, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have to worry about that. We just have to worry about Sting. And now we have the ultimate match here. We have, left to right, the World Conquerors, Bounty and Dr. Chaos, the Doom family, the Father and JC, the Awesomes, J Prime and Blankface, and E. coli and Charlie, in which if they win this match, they will automatically be transferred over to the SSWE and, no longer be on the Meme Federation. So this is going to be a very interesting match indeed. Whoever wins the SSWE Tag Team Championships, meaning SSWE and the Meme Federation will have Tag Team Champion holders. So, it's not an awkward thing, because it's kind of hard to do when one brand is fighting another brand's team when it's not a pay-per-view. This isn't a TLC match because I'm pretty sure it would have gone on for way too long. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people, so it's probably going to take a while. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy this silence.
They are ready for a fight.
And here they are. I don't know if they're gonna do some now, but of course this is, I don't know if but did we show this before? This is the Father's Doom attire. I think we've seen it before. I hope you've seen it before, because this isn't supposed to be his entrance. He isn't supposed to be dancing like this, but my god. Father and son, after a brutal rivalry, we finally get to team up here. I didn't want to make another tournament. I just thought it'd be easier to make another match. Or just make a match, and whoever wins that will win the titles. So that's why there's no tournament this time around. Oh my god. The Awesomes are here. They've been showing cracks recently. Okay, I think they are going to introduce them in the ring. They have been showing cracks recently, but if they win tonight, I'm pretty sure that'll easily heal whatever inner conflicts they've been having. But if they lose, I mean, that's a pretty huge threat to their team. So tonight, pretty much tonight depends on what. How do I word this? Tonight's match. God, here. Okay. Let me try again. The Awesomes match tonight. Decides the future of how this team is gonna work out. Jesus, why was that so hard for me to say? I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, the Awesomes are honestly one of the best tag teams, so they do have a lot to do. What? The other teams have a lot to do, ladies and gentlemen.
And here comes one of my favorites.
Oh my god. I believe the villains are coming out separately because I didn't want to make them a team yet because I was worried to glitch the whole matches. My god. The new leader of the villains, the world conquerors. Dr. Chaos, a magician. Okay, that sounds a bit insulting. But Dr. Chaos is, of course, well versed in magic. But he will not use magic tonight because that'd be cheating, obviously. Considering his opponents are just humans. Dr. Chaos just inspecting the ring here. Could be smart. Could be a very smart thing to do. Quickly getting in the ring here. My god. Who do you guys have, ladies and gentlemen? Who do you want to win this match to be the automatic tag team champions? Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, still answer this in the comments. I still want to know who you guys want to win.
This is going to be good.
Oh my god, and here comes the other villain. Kind of weird how they're coming out separately, but I believe the villains will be more cooperated the next time we see them on the SSWE network. Bounty, of course, on the same level fighting-wise as Watchman, which is very terrifying indeed. Very tactical, very smart, very precise with his moves here. Bounty is surveying the ring here. And now I think this is the last team. We got one left, which is, of course, I forgot to change their entrance. Because I didn't want to mess with the matchups. Sometimes when you mess with teams and create teams, it it ruins the whole match card. In which this match card is kind of perfect because all of them are rivalry matches except one, which is this one. Oh my god. Of course, these two men are the underdogs here, escaping the YouTubers EDP and Speedy. It'd be very poetic, actually, if EDP and Speedy, they lost their titles, but Critical and E. coli, who recently left the tubers, win the titles tonight on the other brand. So, every team has their motivations. The Doom family, if they win, 3 of the 4 people on their team would have titles, which is a pretty huge deal. The World Conquerors, of course, they want to win because they want to rebuild the villain society. They haven't really been doing much, but they are going to make a comeback. The Awesomes need the win if they want to heal the team they had, and of course, E. coli and Critical. Oh my god, look at this room. Oh my lord, what is going on? This is chaos. I don't even know what to look at. Green versus Green, the Father versus E. coli here. Bounty and J Prime. Someone called that a wrestler fanatics dream match because they are both well versed in all sorts of combat. I'm stuttering because there's so much action going on. How's a team even gonna get a win? I feel like it's gonna be impossible for someone to win. The Father's going in on E. coli, but E. coli, oh my lord, countering each other. Chaos and Blank Face, Critical and JC, J Prime and Bounty. J Prime and Bounty is probably the most wanted match, but of course they both have not crossed paths in a long time. I don't even know what to look at. Oh, J Prime with the roll up. Why did the ref count so slow? Did you guys see that? J Prime almost got the win, but the ref counted extremely slow. That was weird. Critical's out for commission. He's dead. E. coli going for a pin on JC, but yeah, I don't know how this match is ever gonna end. E. coli, I don't know how he does these. I don't know how he does these flips with 0 momentum. Blank Face and Chaos, Bounty and the Father, J Prime and Dr. Chaos. The Awesomes are taking out Dr. Chaos. Could be very smart, but Chaos is very good at countering. Not much else, unfortunately. Oh my lord, look at the strength. Throwing Blank Face across the ring. This is not a false count anywhere, so you do have to be in the ring to get the pin. Now the dream match is still going on between J Prime and Bounty. Oh my lord. Look at this. Oh, Bounty! Very quick counter there. I'm going to pay attention to stuff in the ring because there's so much to look at. I feel like the ring's the most important part since that's the only place you can, oh my god, Critical just made the Father bleed. Wow. They almost got a win extremely quick, which would have been awesome, but I mean, I want to see more of this match. Critical tried to hit an elbow drop from the top, but the Father got out of the way. Uh-oh. The Father's looking to end this. I don't know why we're cutting off. The Father was hitting his finisher. Bounty going for the pin. Oh my god. The Father and Bounty are now at each other's throats. Oh! Bounty just hit a pedigree on the Father. And J Prime's trying to steal the win here. Oh my god. Superman punch by the Father here. Going for the pin. I can't see what's happening in the ring though. There's so much happening. His body's just laid around everywhere in the ring. Oh my god. Now the Father and J Prime, E. coli and Bounty, and Blank Face and Chaos. Now it's JC and Chaos. Critical and the Father are fighting J Prime here, while Blank Face and Dr. Chaos are fighting JC here. I don't even know what is going on. J Prime is dead. Never mind, he gets up very quickly here. Critical's attacking the Father. J Prime going for the pin. Almost a win for the Awesomes. Because everyone's distracted with dealing out as much pain as possible. Oh my god. I wish I made this no DQ so they can have weapons. I'll do that next time. J Prime has Bounty in a submission, but I don't think it really matters. I think they have to make him tap out of the ring. The announcer's table is wide open. Okay, no one is in the ring now. This is just a brutal match here. My god, E. coli has Bounty in a submission hold. Dr. Chaos and Bounty are taking on E. coli here. J Prime and Bounty. Okay, never mind. E. coli and Bounty are now in the ring here. Uh-oh, E. coli setting up. Can E. coli get the win for the... No, he can't. Bounty counters an almost fatal finisher. Oh my god. Bounty with the curb stomp, making E. coli bleed. Can the villains get the win? Oh my god. JC almost failed, but luckily for everyone else, E. coli kicked out. Bounty. Oh my lord. The curb stomp that made E. coli bleed. Bounty going to the... Bounty hit a frog splash, but could not connect. E. coli Hurricane Rana going for a pin. Oh my lord, why is the AI failing to... Whatever. The father taking out Blankface in the process. Wait, who's getting the pin? Wait, what? What is going on? What just happened? E. coli and Charlie win! I'm so confused. The father got the 3 count. What just happened? With these replays, of course, the insane moves here. There's so many like pinfalls. Look incredible. Well, they have the new titles, ladies and gentlemen. They are now in the SSWE. Why is no one cheering? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. The father got the 3 count, but for some reason the ref stopped counting and started counting. I don't know what that was. That was a controversial win. And now we have the main event. AA has been terrorizing the Big Po the past few weeks. Hold on. And now, AA is going to get his title shot at the Big Po. Big Po has been on an insane streak. Can AA be the one to break it? Or will AA be just one of Big Po's victims yet again? The Big Po has defeated the most powerful people.
The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and is for the Universal Intercontinental Undisputed World Heavyweight United States Championship.
Of course, the undisputed title is just hanging above the ring here. AA has a lot. If he fails, who knows if he'll ever get another title shot. But if he wins, that will be phenomenal for him. He will be one of the newest people. No, he will break the record for being the newest person on the roster to win that title. He will be the second person ever to win that title. A lot rides on the line tonight. Will AA finally put the Big Po's reign of terror down? Or will the Big Po just prove to us that he cannot be beaten? This is a TLC match, of course, ladies and gentlemen. pinfalls, submissions, none of that matters. What matters is you get to the top rope, claim your prize as undisputed champ. The Big Pro recently attacked V2 and AA and successfully beat both of them to the ground. So the Big Pro is going to walk into this match with a lot of confidence, while AA is probably going to have a lot of anger. Both men are going to have an equal advantage here. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. Who do you guys think is going to win? Who do you want to be champion? Whoever wins this, who do you guys want to see go for the championship, I guess? Let me know what you guys want. My God, look at that title.
This guy is ready for a fight.
Uh-oh. The drip has arrived. The champ is here. My God. The Big Pro seems ready. Came off of a big win, beating Talking Tom the night before at Meme Federation. So the Big Pro has been training for this match. The Big Pro doesn't see AA as much of a threat, but maybe that'll change once the match commences. The Big Pro seems very determined and focused tonight. My God. I'm very excited for this match. The Big Pro gets an approval from the crowd. The people's champ. You can't call him that though, or else we'll get copyrighted and sued, and we'll probably die. I don't know why there's so much wind happening right now. What is going on? I didn't change the position of the fan or anything. But here we go. Hanging above the ring. What a sight to see.
You're not rewarded in WWE for sitting back and
No
waiting.
introductions, huh? Thanks, announcer.
And that's why they're the champ. That hard work
All right,
and determination
folks.
certainly has paid
The
off.
match between these two
has put in that same effort. It'll be a close
big
contest.
men. Ooh, what is going on here? AA is already going for the ladder.
He's searching for something.
So is the Big Pro. He's grabbing something. Grabbing a ladder.
Something very risky.
Oh my God. Oh! Did the Big Pro mean to do that? I don't know. There's now 2 ladders in the ring. Big Pro's standing on one of them. AA making the smart move here. He's trying to just get the title because he knows he's not a match for the Big Pro. As we've seen in past matches, the Big Pro has been squashing AA. AA successfully fended off the Big Pro in a backstage attack once. Oh, both powerful running into each other here. Oh my Lord. I was gonna say, why is the crowd making no sound at all? It's kind of depressing. Oh my Lord, AA is not even hesitating to get to the top.
And up the ladder we go.
The Big Pro, what is... Okay, fair enough. Oh! AA was not strong enough to lift up the 326-pound man, the Big Pro. Oh, both men. Interesting. Oh my goodness. AA seems to be putting up a good fight against the Big Foe here.
Taking it outside the ring now.
Don't tell me you're getting another ladder. Oh my god. The Big Foe's going. Oh, he's getting a chair. Ooh! The Big Foe's climbed to glory. What was that? Why did the Big Foe immediately... Okay, interesting move here. AA's just watching the Big Foe. Oh my lord. Wow. That ladder's in the middle of the ring here. The both men seem to be getting the upper hand. Oh! Oh my lord, the strength. Oh my gosh. He's hitting them. AA is putting up a great effort against the Big Foe tonight. There's no way. Oh my lord. The Big Foe, I don't know if he can get up after this. He's not used to getting tossed like that. Uh-oh, and AA is going to the top here. Can we see a new title holder tonight? Oh! The Big Foe just effortlessly pushes the ladder aside. Ooh. AA kicks the Big Foe out of the way. Big Foe dodging. The agility of how giant this man is very impressive here. Oh my lord. Look at these moves going on here. Oh! AA is determined tonight. He's putting up a great fight. He's getting another weapon. Oh my god, he's getting another chair. The Big Foe's not ready for the chair. Yes, he is. I spoke too soon. The Big Foe here. Oh my goodness. Going to the top, and A is quickly on his feet. Both men recover insanely fast. Oh, he's grabbing the briefcase here. I mean, sorry, the title. I'm not used to there being an actual title up there. Wow, he sucks at this. Oh! I don't know how much more strikes. Oh! Both men fighting at top of this ladder here. What is AE doing? Oh! What? What is happening? What was that? The Big Foe just fell. Uh-oh. Will we have a new title holder, ladies and gentlemen? AA is getting awfully close. Oh my god! We might have a new champ! The Big Foe slowly crawling. Oh my lord, it's happening. Again, I wish we didn't see the mini game. Oh no, if the Big Foe gets knocked. What is this? What is this? Oh my god! He just threw the Big Foe out of the ring onto the ground! Holy... We might have a new champion. He's crawling to victory. The Big Foe is not even breathing. Oh my god, he might be the new champ. Ladies and gentlemen, the Big Foe is... Oh my god! That was anticlimactic.
Well, tables, ladders, and chairs. Do I need to say any more?
Oh my god. All it took... Do you I'm surprised the Big Foe even was able to stand up.
Here is your winner, and new Universal Intercontinental Undisputed World Heavyweight United States Champion, the Samoan AA.
Oh my god. The Big Foe streak was finally ended. But that was not that crazy of a match. But oh my god, we have a new champion. AA, the new face of the SSWE. We hope you guys enjoyed tonight's TLC pay-per-view. I know I did. and I will see you next time on the SSWE networks.